One of the next steps from Mike's message on Sunday was to learn to surrender. And if you haven't been around church for a while, that word surrender might seem like a negative word. Surrender is what you do when you're losing, right? You give up and you surrender and somebody else wins and you lose. That's not exactly what it means in church lingo. And so I want to take just a few minutes and talk with you about the idea of surrendering. We do it a lot. We do it pretty much every day in the way that I'm talking about. I want to tell you a little story about my background. When I first came to MCC, my very first week on the job, my back decided to let go, and I blew a disc out and was paralyzed. My right leg, I was completely paralyzed for several months and had to learn to walk again and all that kind of stuff. And went on a mission trip the summer after I had been paralyzed, and I wanted to know if I could trust my body. I'd been, athletic my whole life, and at the time I was walking with a cane, and I just wanted to know, how fragile is my body? I wanted to be able to trust my instincts, because I knew my body up until the time that it stopped working. And so I walked with a cane up to this platform beside the bridge. Didn't jump off the bridge, that'd be crazy. I just jumped off the platform beside the bridge and I walked up to it with a cane, set the cane down, and jumped into the river. Probably not my smartest move. My wife gave me a little bit of grief about that, but I wanted to know what could my body do and what it couldn't do. I would rather get the answer that it was no than to not be able to trust what I could do and couldn't do. In Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, Solomon writes, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart." Completely, totally trust in the Lord with all your heart. And that's kind of what surrender is. It is letting God know we realize we're not in control. I'm going to trust you to do the work that I can't do for myself. I'm going to trust you to know what's coming because I can't even see what's next. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. There are some people that think becoming a Christian means check your brain at the door and believe whatever the preacher says or whatever you read. You just don't think about it. That's not what this verse is talking about. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In other words, our experiences, they're valuable. They teach us. But the difference between knowledge and wisdom is how to apply it, when to apply it. And that's one of those things that God's going to unfold for us as we continue to trust Him with what's next. He's going to help us make those decisions. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding, but acknowledge Him in all your ways. In all your ways. Well, God cares about my spiritual decisions, right? Absolutely. But God doesn't care about what kind of car I'm going to drive or where I'm going to live or where I'm going to work. Or does He? Acknowledge Him in all your ways. In all your ways. Every decision. We are in that relationship with God that we're always aware of what He's doing, and we're always willing to let Him lead because He always knows what's best and what's next. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him and He'll make your path straight. Not necessarily easy. You still got to do the walking. It's still going to be work. But what you do will be protected. What you do will be blessed. What you do will help somebody else understand this great gift of love that we've been given, this redemption that we've received. We can pass that along when we trust in the Lord with our whole heart. And we don't trust our own instincts, but in all of our ways we acknowledge Him, and He'll make our path straight.